Hi, guys, and welcome to the Kai Corner podcast. I am your host, Kai Bologna, and today we are talking all about problems. This is one of those episodes for me where it's kind of where I feel like I do my best work when I'm like really in the moment. And I feel like this week has been kind of hard for me. And it's had a lot of moments where I'm like, okay, these things are happening in my life. And now I have to do something about these moments in my life. And sometimes it's like a real struggle. Like I have a lot of problems. I am human and I am trying my best, but like there are things about myself that I want to fix, that I want to work on are not as top tier as I'd like. You know? And I am human. I am going to admit that I have problems, and I am also going to make sure that my problems do not become other people's problems. Because that is when these things just don't need to happen, you know? Like, I have my own shit. I'm not going to make that somebody else's problem. I'm not going to make that, you know what I mean? I think it's really important to have people in your life. This is something that's kind of taken me a really long time to learn. And, like, something I really struggled with is I feel like for a really long time, I didn't have a lot of people in my life. Or I had people in my life that just weren't the best quality. And then I would go through these instances with these people and things would happen. And then, boom, all of a sudden I realize I have really bad friends that aren't going to do anything to help me. What I really mean by that too is like, if you have things that are going on in your life, like right now, I really struggle with confrontation. Confrontation is my biggest struggle point, and I have a really hard time communicating that. Like when something's happening and like now we have to have a conversation about it, I like get really nervous and like I kind of freak out. And like when I was little, like my dad was a big yeller, and it's like, so it's like no matter what you did, even if it was like wasn't a big deal, like you were gonna get yelled at. So I think now as an adult, I really struggle with like the confrontation aspect of things. But I also need to realize, and like this has been a journey for me, and like I was a people pleaser for a very long time, and it's something I'm slowly but surely working on. It's like, I had these people pleasing tendencies for so long, and it's like I've slowly but surely over time gotten over these, and it's like my confrontation level right now is like being tested. Like, this is a test. I'm very spiritual, and like this is a test from the universe. I am going through all these things not because they're bad things, or because the worst thing possible is gonna happen, or because it's out for me. People are out from. It's because like I need to go through these things. That 629, 626 as I'm saying this, and it's like I'm going through all these things, and like the reason that I'm gonna like go through these things is to make me better. Like all of these things I'm gonna learn every time I go through something. Every time I go through something, I am going to learn and adapt, and I'm going to become better. That's like the best way to grow. It's like really the only way to grow. Otherwise, it's like, what are we doing? It almost seems counterproductive. And like this year for me, growth is really important, and I like really want that growth and development. Like I feel like I'm in this point in my life where I almost feel complacent, and I don't like that feeling. Like I want to feel alive. I'm not running from my life. But like I just want to enhance it. I want to make that better for me. You know what I mean? And it's like, I deserve that. You deserve that. We all deserve that. We all deserve to have like a really fun life. And like, I think it's really important that you are the fun and we make things fun, because like, duh. I just feel like I have a lot of struggles, and this chapter of my life, it's like the day after a full moon. This chapter of my life right now is going to teach me so much. And I know it is. And I am ready for it. I think this is a really big month and year of growth for me. It's a really big chapter of growth for me. Like, I'm growing my business. I'm growing the channel. It's like we are always learning and adapting and we're always doing new things. And it's like, this is it for me. Like, this is such a big year. And it's like, I say this every time I go through chapters, right? Is I'm like, oh, this is the biggest chapter. And then it just gets better and better and better and better because like working on myself just makes me feel so good. It's so good for my soul. And it's like, that's the person I want to be. I don't know about you guys, but like, I want to be that person. Yeah, these things are really hard. And like, this feels like a lot. And I'm really overwhelmed right now. And I'm scared. But like, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to full on believe that I can do it. Because I do believe that I can do it. I believe that I'm capable. I just also have to put in that effort and just do it. That's the only way to get better at it. It's like, earlier week's episode was about relationships. And it's like, I struggle with going up to people that I think are cute and flirting with them. That's something that I'd really like to work on. And it's never going to get better if I don't work on it. If it's something that I just like ignore or never think about, like I'm never going to learn to grow that. And like, I really want that. Like, I think I am really good at talking to people and like starting conversation. So it's like, okay, why do I struggle so much when it's like now I feel a romantic connection? And it's like, I think that's something I need to work on. And it's something I'm slowly but surely working on. Because again, you cannot work on it unless you're like actively doing it. That's the best way to work on it. I think confrontation is such a big thing. And, for me, like my whole life has kind of not centered around confrontation because it's not like I had an angry household, but it's like very behavioral. Like my dad used to get really mad and he would yell. And like, I just like remember like I would hide in the closet all the time. And like, and it's like, okay, I think about those things and that's not okay. I remember one time, we were sledding. My sister pushed me down the hill. My sister pushed me down the hill when we were sledding and I ran over my own leg. And I remember my dad yelling at me and telling me that I could walk and making me walk like a mile. And I remember my mom, I had stolen candy and I'd put it in my pocket. Also, I was a little fat kid and I'd put the candy in my pocket. And then my mom, we all go to the hospital and I'm eating candy out of my pocket and my mother finding the candy and she screamed at me for the candy. And I'm like, now as an adult, I'm like, also, like, I feel like a lot of people my entire life have told me, oh my God, you're so self-sufficient. Oh my God, you act like such an adult. I literally don't have a friend. I have like 2 friends my age. Everybody else that I'm friends with is older than me. And it's like, that's such a consistent and constant in my life. And it's like, everyone's like, oh, you act like I had to grow up. Like, I'm not saying my parents are horrible and like, I guess I don't mean to air this laundry, but like also it's my experience. This is my life. And I'm not trying to compare myself to other people or like everyone else's situations. Cause like, I know people who have had it way worse than I have, but it's like, I do just want to get insight into my life. And it's like, I really unpacked those things and I was like, holy shit, these things happened and these are not okay. Like, this is not an okay way to treat somebody. Like, I get it. You could be mad that I stole the candy, but like after you tell me that you are worried about me and after you like, you know what I mean? It's like, I was the child and it's like, it just kind of sucks when as children we're put in situations that happen like this. But the reality is like, it happened. Those things will never change. And, I really struggled with like a victim mindset for a really long time. And it's like, that's something I just had to like get over. It's something I had to figure out, and I had to just get over it, because honestly, those things are not good for me. The things that have happened to me have happened to me, and I am not a victim, and I am not going to stand for that. And I think it's really important to be like, these things happened. Like, I'm going to take the time to process. I'm going to give myself time because I deserve that. But it's like, I am not a victim. I am not. And if anything, these things I'm going to learn a lesson from. And these things, in my personal opinion, were almost meant to happen, and they have made me the person I am today. I would not be the same person I am in this moment without some of those things. And as fucked as that feels, it's true. It's so true. I just feel like I need to air this out because it's been really riling me up. I was at work the other day, and I'm helping this little old lady, and she was so cute, and we were making jokes, and we were laughing. And then she goes, "How old do you think I am?" And I was like, "Oh, easily 25. And she's hooting and hollering and laughing, and it's like this cute 80-year-old lady. Loved her. And then she goes, "Can I guess your age?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And she goes, "I think you're 30. And I was like, guys. Actually, I don't. I was gonna say, guys, for those of you on the YouTube channel, leave a comment. Do you guys think I'm 30? But like, honestly, I don't think I can handle that comment. I think that would take me out. If you're new to the podcast or the YouTube channel, I am Kai, and I am literally 21 years old. I turned 22 in like a week, which is so exciting. I was like 30. I was like, I have never been so devastated in my life. It was so funny. I feel like this is just such a good chapter in my life where we're really going to help ourselves. We're going to get better, and we're going to improve. And that's literally all I want. I think that's all you guys want. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I want to be the best version of myself. And that's like kind of my main end goal. I also think it's just really important to enjoy like all the little things. Like, yeah, it's a journey. Hannah Montana said it best. It's the climb, Life is a journey. Life is a highway. Life is a bitch. But like, all we can do is ride. And like, I think that for me too also comes with a lot of solidarity, where it's like, I don't have to do everything. I don't have to be everything. But like, I am me, and I am doing great, and I am trying my best, and I am so proud of myself. I think I'm doing fucking wonderful, and that's great. That's what I want. Like, that's important to me, And it's like, I'm so proud of myself for that. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys each and every day, because you guys are crushing it right now. You guys are absolutely crushing it. And like, you're just being kind humans. And I think that's like what we need, I think it's really important to be kind to each other. And it's like, we have created this community. We have created the dynamic that we have. And I'm so proud of you. Also, I feel like this is something to put in this specific video about my problems. And I don't have a resolution for it. Because, like, my parents are coming over for dinner tomorrow. And I'm coming out as non-binary to them. And I don't know if that's something that I should air on the internet, but I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous. And there's nothing that's going to take that away. And I just have to face it head on. And for me, I think I'm really grateful right now because I have a lot of really amazing friends that will stick up for me and they are proud of me no matter what. And I think I'm also at this point in my adulthood where I have really evaluated my relationship with my parents. And I don't really need that. And like, I don't know about you guys and like what your relationship is with your parents, but like for me, it's like I don't really have one. So it's not like I feel like I'm losing a ton, which is kind of nice. But it's like, I think this is a lot. And I think it's okay to admit that it feels like a lot. And it's time, you know? Awesome. I love you all so much. And I truly hope you enjoyed today's episode of the podcast. Really just kind of deep dived into all the feelings and emotions. And I think sometimes that's the best way to get podcast episodes out. I think sometimes when I just speak from the heart and I feel really raw, I think sometimes those are my best episodes. If you guys like this, leave a thumbs up, rate this 5 stars if you're on Spotify or Apple Music. And hey, if you guys have any suggestions for episodes that you'd like to see in the future or just want to say hi, link is in my description below. Check me out on Instagram and send me a DM. Love you guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye.